Hello everyone, today I'm going to be talking about the new Quibble Shop that came out recently, which is the Elemental themed Quibble Shop. Now this is a pretty interesting Quibble Shop. I actually quite like the items that are in it, compared to the last one, which was Monster theme, I think. There wasn't that many interesting items in that, I would say, but this one definitely has some really great potential. So basically, to access this shop, you can go to /battle-on and find it there. Quibble Coinbiter will be there, or at /Quibble Hunt, or you can go to your game menu and then press shops, and there will be Quibble Shop at the top. And basically, I'm just going to go through all the items, talk about a bit of them, talk a bit about all of them, and then also wear them to show you what they actually look like, just to help you decide on what to buy, what to not buy, and overall just to see how they look like, and if they're worth it or not. So let's get started. So in the weapon section we have the blade of Zephyrus, so pretty nice there. Then we have the blinding igneous blade, burning, oh wait, one second. So first up, the blade of Zephyrus is 25,000 gold, and it's non-member, so every single person can get it basically. And then the blinding igneous blade is member for 25,000 gold. Then we have the burning igneous blade, which is for 250 ACs. Then ice water blade of Nautica for 200 ACs. Nautican defender blade for 200 ACs. Nautican night daggers for 200 ACs. Royal Nautican shell fans for 200 ACs. They're pretty cool. I've worn them. Then Royal Nautican shell fan for 2,000 gold, non-member, so everyone can also get that. Then here we have the Ice Water Trident of Nautica for 250 ACs. It's a very nice trident. Then we have the Trident of Nautica, which is non-member, so everyone can get it for 20,000 gold. Then the Golden Brightwing Staff for 250 ACs, and then a member version for 25,000 gold. Then in the armor section we have the Aerodux War Mage for 100,000 gold. This is the member version. Then we have an AC version for 800 ACs. And then Enchanted Void Monk for 1,000 ACs. I would say this is the highlight of the shop. In my opinion at least, this is probably the highlight. It's color custom. Basically, the armor is color custom and the eyes, so that's really cool. It is my favorite item out of the whole shop, basically. But yeah, for 1,000 ACs there. It is made by Nelgath, originally by Nelgath. So it's in his Oversoul kind of art style, but mixed with his animation art style, so it's pretty cool. Then we have Nautican Knight for 800 ACs. Then in the helmet section we have Nautican Knight Hair for 100 ACs. Then we have Nautican Knight Helm for 100 ACs. Nautican Knight Locks for 100 ACs. Winged Helm of Eridu for 100 ACs. And then a member version for 35,000 gold. Then we have Winged Locks of Eridu for 100 ACs. Winged Visor for 100 ACs. Winged Visor Locks for 100 ACs, and then in the cape sections we have the Golden War Mage Wrap for 100 ACs, and then a Legend version, or member version, for 25,000 gold, and then a Nautican Banner Cape for 100 ACs, a Nautican Sheathed Blade for 100 ACs. It's pretty cool because it doesn't go on your back, it goes on the side of your character. And then here we have the Wrap of Eridu for 10,000 gold, non-member, so everyone can get it. I definitely recommend that one. Then in the pet section we have the Chibi Tiger of Igneox for 350 ACs. Then we have a member version for 3,500 gold. Then we have the Quibble Bank pet. This is seasonal, so it comes out actually every single Quibble. So whenever there's a new Quibble shop, this will always be in there. Then we have the Void Quibble Bank for 2,000 ACs. It's a bank pet, and it's probably one of my favorite Quibble Bank pets so far. Just overall a really cool design, and I'm pretty sure the glow is moving a bit, so it does have an animation there. Then we have the Void Quibble Pet for 500 ACs, and then a member version for 50,000 gold. So that is the whole shop there, and now what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to wear all of the items, including the ones that are for gold. So Be right back. I'll go ahead and prepare that, put them all on, and you can see how it looks like. Now I'm going to go set by set, so I'm probably going to put the Nulgaf stuff on first, then the rest of the items in their natural sets, what they're meant to be in, just so they fit together. So here we have the Enchanted Void Monk with the Quibble, Void Quibble Bank right there. So this armor is completely color customizable except for the dark black parts there. So it's color customizable to trim color, the actual armor itself. As you can see, I'll just run through the colors here, and you can see it changes color according to the color you choose. So that's pretty cool. It looks really good in black, I would say, and pretty much the main colors, not black, red. And the eyes are also color custom, so they're color custom to eye color, obviously. So like that looks really nice with the green there. But I really like the armor overall. Usually the ability to have color custom on it adds a lot more opportunities to do things with the armor anyway. And then the pet overall, just a really cool design, as you can see here. And next up after that we have the Void Quibble pet, as you can see here, which is just like the one that's on top of the bank pet, on top of the chest on the bank pet, but without the chest, and it walks around freely. But really cool design. I really enjoy what they did with the Moglin. It's just really nice seeing it have a fiend armor on. It's something different. But now onto the other stuff as well that are in the shop. So I'll go into the Nautica stuff. But yeah, if there's anything in the shop that I recommend getting, it's definitely the Enchanted Void Monk. Just because it's color custom, and it will go rare, and it's definitely worth it with the eyes and the armor being color custom on two separate different color schemes. So you can have the armor one color and the eyes the other color. It just looks really good. So next up we have the Nautica Knight set. As you can see here, it's the element of water, obviously you can also tell by the name, but it's a very nicely designed set created by Krulon. So but yeah, it has some really nice detail and it's a really nice concept. I really like the glowing parts of the set, and I'll just go through the weapons real quick, then I'll go through the helmets and the capes. So right now I have the Ice Water Nautican Blade, or the Ice Water Blade of Nautica, I mean. Nautican Defender Blade, Nautican Knight Daggers, Royal Nautican Shell Fans. I really like these. It's a pretty interesting concept to have fans as well. Then the Singular Nautican Shell Fan, Ice Water Trident of Nautica. A very nice design. And then we have the Trident of Nautica, and that's pretty much all the weapons for this set, so I'll go through the helmets now. So the one I have on right now is the Nautica Knight Hair, Nautica Knight Helm, and Nautica Knight Locks. Alright, so now that I have the helmets out of the way, I'll show you the back items real quick. Alright, so the one I have on right now is the Nautica Banner Cape. I've had that on since I started showing this set. I also changed my skin color to show the details of the armor better, since I had my skin color as this before and it makes it very hard to see it, so I changed it to a different color. So the next cape, so here's the Nautican Sheathed Blade. As I said before, instead of it being on your back, it's actually on the side of your character, which adds a really nice feel to it. Don't know why, but it just looks really cool. So the next set I'll show you is the Aerodux War Mage. So next up we have the Aerodux War Mage, probably my second favorite in the shop. Well, actually, I like all the armors, especially. Obviously, this is air, light, kind of based armor, or element armor. But yeah, very nice design. It's created by Axaros, or Axaros, not really sure how to pronounce the name, but he's a very talented artist, just like Krulon, so definitely say thanks to him. Same to Miltonia / Nulgaf. But yeah, so I'll just go through the weapons real quick. So right here we have the blade of Zesphius, or yeah, Zesphiras, the blade of Zesphir. Then we have the Golden Brightwing Staff, which is also very nice. And then moving on to helmets, I'll put the helmets on now. So Winged Helm of Eridu, it's quite a nice design. The only problem I have with it is the hair inside. The hair is not color custom, and it just doesn't really seem like it fits with the actual helmet itself. Probably because of the top piece there, it seems very uneven, but other than that, it's a pretty cool design. Then the Winged Locks of Eridu, same deal, seems a bit uneven, but pretty cool design as well. Then we have the Winged Visor. Now with this, it doesn't seem that uneven because there's a visor there and it's covering up most of the hair anyway. But I really like the design that he decided to go with for that. And then the Winged Visor Locks. So that's pretty much all the helmets for it. Now I'll move on to the back items. So the back item I have on right now is the Golden War Mage Wrap, which is a pretty nice design. It has some wing-based, a wing-based crest at the top. If I go ahead and put on my hair there, you can see it has that crest at the top of the cape, and then some really nice tendrils on the side, and then the actual cape itself behind all of that. And then we have the Wrap of Eridu, which is just the cape itself, as you can see floating around there. But that's pretty much it for this set. So now I'll show you the extra stuff that was in the shop, which was actually meant for the Molten Mayhem shop, but went into the Quibble recently, since the Molten Mayhem actually just went rare pretty much. It went rare just a couple of hours ago, probably about 2 to 3 hours ago. So first up we have the Blinding Igneous Blade, as you can see here. It's pretty much just like the Igneous Assassin Blade, which was in the Molten Mayhem shop, except the blade is not visible and it's completely white with a glow effect around the base of it. Then we have the Burning Igneous Blade, which as you can see it's just like the last version or the actual Igneous Assassin Blade, but heated up with a really nice glow effect to it. And then we have this pet, which is the Chibi Tiger of Igneox. It's quite an interesting pet. I like the design overall. It got stuck there for a second. But yeah, it looks like it was just a little fun project that Krulon did and it got into the game. But it is quite a nice design for a pet. And it can make quite a nice companion.